Good evening. It's Karen. I'm.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Let me just get some light.
You're very
Hello.
dark. Hi.
I know. I'm trying to get some light in the situation. Hang on.
Okay.
So I've just chucked some water over my hair because, oh dear, I had to run around like a glass fly. There we go. That'll do.
Bear with me for one moment. I've got to try and get to the thingamabob.
Thingamabob.
Yeah, I'm having
got. Wow, I've got like an hour and a quarter or so. I've got to pick up my daughter, which is literally next door, at 12, and I can continue for like half hour or so, quarter of an hour, thereabouts, because I've got some serious man cleaning to do. I didn't get bugger all done yesterday, and it's like a bomb is at the house.
Yeah.
Like we were late for our appointment, and everything, and it's just washed. And I got some flack from. I got some flack from I waded in on a debate. We had there's this woman who lives in her car in America. She's got her own YouTube channel, and this black guy comes on, and he's like, oh yeah, I wonder if she was black, would she get half the hits? And we're like, wow, racist card, really? Turns out he's a full-on racist. He can't stand white people. And
oh my God.
Yeah, I said, look, to get rid of, Morgan Freeman had the right idea. To get rid of racism, just don't talk about it. Honestly, you know, and he's made sure. Yeah, well, he's brainwashed his kids to hate white people and all the rest of it. And then, of course, you had to look at. Oh, you live in a dump. I'm so much more successful than you. Well, well done, good for you. But that's not the issue, is it? We're talking about.
No, it's ridiculous.
But never mind. So.
But it is amazing how many racist people are out there in today's world, where everyone is like everywhere you turn around in Australia, there is multiculturalism, and we pride ourselves on it. We actually have a beautiful country because of all the different cultures. So
this guy's ridiculous. He's just something else. If you want to comment on him, be nice, but be thoughtful. Judas Thomas is his name, plus Judas Thomas on Google.
Oh, well,
wow. Yeah.
I was going to tell you something also. Now, I don't know how this is going to come on the on this, because I'm using the integrated camera on my computer. But I don't know if you've seen this before. It's called iRig Cast.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Well, people have actually asked me in the past how I use my iPhone to get EVPs. And this is the secret. Because it's actually a microphone, an external microphone, and it actually amplifies sound. It really
those rowdy microphones that Kevin keeps banging on about and other people. Rowdy, is it like one of them? Do you know what I'm on about when I say rowdy?
I don't know, but it's called iRig Cast, and I swear by it. I mean, for this little thing, I think I paid about $60. But it could be less. I don't know. It was some time ago, but it's bloody terrific. And you can set it on low, or you can set it to high, so it's super sensitive. And all you do, just to show you, with your iPhone, you've got at the bottom. Where's the bottom? You've got the little hole, and you just pop it in that hole, and that's what it looks like. And it is incredible. Everything is amplified. So when I'm talking to spirits, especially if I'm like half asleep and they wake me up, I'm like, what do you want? It's like an interview because otherwise I'm half asleep and I catch half of what they're saying. And at the best of times, they're very quiet, So with that, I just thought I'd share it because I have had people like privately message me, and I don't normally take private messages, but they've asked, how do you get such, loud EVPs? Are you using some software? Are you using some type of, special type of equipment? Because I think given the fact that are faking their stuff out there, that
yes.
we have to pretty much.
I'm just taking you for. I'm taking you for a cup of tea. Yeah. Keep talking. I'm listening. Okay. I'm just making a cup of tea. I'm very thirsty, but keep talking. I'm listening.
No sugar. No milk.
No. I have sugar.
Okay, so anyone else want a cuppa? I'll tell you who's in our chat room. We have the Light Ghost Paranormal. We have Kevin Carter. We have Ray Clark. We have our lovely Zara, our admin, Monica.
Cool.
Time Lord, good morning. Oh, Time Lord wrote, morning, Karen, morning, Wanker. Morning, everyone.
Oh, yeah. He's,
what does he mean?
He's triggering me. He's trying to trigger me. I'm going to get all angry and go, what did you say?
Okay.
That doesn't work, Time Lord. Outrated guy, just don't work. Nothing works.
Oh, Zara's got her coffee. She's fine. Okay, so Kevin wants to know what the device is called. So, Kevin, it's called iRig Cast.
iRig Cast.
iRig Cast. I don't know how clear it's coming out over the screen. I don't know what's going on. I think I have to upgrade my software and my camera or get a new camera. I've got cameras. I've got good cameras. And do you think I can work out how to run them to the computer?
No. Don't be silly.
I think it'd be easier. I mean, I'm not technically minded. Forget it. But I think it'd be easier if I had the tripod and the camera instead of, and just use the screen for, crap. As in running it type of thing, but who knows. And I'll tell you something interesting that happened to me today. Now, not today, sorry, I'm a day forward. The other day, I saw your post about the apples and the ravens.
Yes.
And and it was so weird because the day before, and this is, I swear to God, hand on my heart, I had this spirit hanging around, just chatting, didn't want any help crossing over or anything, just talking and how are you and how's life there. Anyway, he started talking about have I got any green apples or where are my green apples? And I said they're in the refrigerator where I always keep them. And I said, why? And he said, you have to appease the spirits.
Right. And this is to do with offerings and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I don't put offerings out. I'm enough of an offering. So they've got me. That's it.
I'll give you a 5,000-year-old deity, and that's about it for me.
They can have the food that I eat. Anyway, I said that it's in the fridge. Then I see your video about apples and ravens, and I thought, you've got to be kidding me. Now, I don't use Spirit Box. I don't need to, but I do it if I've got a client and they want something audible, because it's one thing to say someone's here and not have that proof, so if they want to talk through that, they can, or they talk on the recorder and their voices are heard through the recorder itself. So either way, they're going to talk if they want to. So bottom line, I posted because of the fact I couldn't believe, here you are, and I thought we had some kind of psychic connection for a second. I think.
Well, I'll tell you where it originally came from. I didn't record to do this because basically when I was walking out one day, I had no camera on me. My phone I had no signal or anything as such, and I think it's a raven because it's much bigger, and it wasn't like it fell like in front of me or anything. That, you know, I didn't take it as biblical or any sign. We're talking about 20 foot, maybe 30, 40 foot even. I don't know, not very good at distances, but quite far. Out of this tree, this just black thing just thunk and lands on the floor. And I'm like,
Oh.
so I walk over, and it's a dead raven. Dead. It's a cute, big fucking thing. I thought, So I ran back to get my camera, come back. By the time I got back, it was gone. So I thought, fuck it, leave it. But, you know, that was the first thing. Obviously, Proving Demons has had apples and ravens since pretty much day one on his sessions. And Plasmosis had it, and other people as well. So this is way before Halloween. So the debunkers out there say, oh, yeah, on the radio you're going to get apple bobbing and stuff. Well, yeah, of course you are. But this is something that's been happening for a long time. Hence why I thought maybe I should pick up on it. And also with my own experience of this raven that just black, you know, it just, I don't think there's any sign or anything. Nothing's bad happened. It's just, and it didn't feel like it's quite a bit down, you know, the lane, you know. But I thought, what the fuck's that? Big thing just fell from the tree. I walked up to it. It's just a fucking dead raven on its back, right? But it's big black.
Wow. And Liz Hall said that she's getting numbers too a lot.
Numbers.
I can tell you about numbers. As Time Lord said, I'm starting to get 11111 in my sessions. And with numbers, if you get running numbers like that, it's angels. They're actually, you know, light beings. They're heavenly beings, if you want to put it that way. And I'll tell you something that will surprise probably a lot of you. Angels swear.
Yeah.
I tell you now, I had this one, and I'm not talking about dark angels or anything like that. Angels swear.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but I'll tell you what, they're very down to earth. They're, hang on, we're getting some feedback here. It's coming through yours.
Oh, but spirit noises. Yeah, I can slightly hear it. You don't get it on any other bloody weird chirping noise.
It is weird. Hang on a second.
Again.
I'm going to. Okay, wait.
You did really well last night. Like, I mean, I only caught a bit of it.
That's
like outside the door. She didn't know I was recording, but
let me see
I
if
wonder
I
if
can.
anything's.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hang on.
Is it on quiet now? You hit mute. No, I can't hear you. Read either. No sound.
There's what's oh, okay.
Sorry, no sound. Oh, you're trying to do an echo thing, were you?
No, it wasn't. It just started doing an echo. I got feedback.
Oh, right. Dead silent. Dead silent. Like you just switched off the mic. Dead silent.
Wow.
I don't know what chat.
No, well, I just thought I'll check and see whether, you know, I've got a specific. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Is that better?
Hello.
Is that better?
Yeah. Are you talking to Spirit or me?
You.
Yeah, fine, absolutely fine. It just went silent for however long, and I said I can't lip read or whatever. You said you got an echo. I got nothing, zero sound, none.
Okay, that's weird because I.
But when you said, "Is that better?" There is that, not a chirp this time, but that okay voice, like you know. I don't know if you heard that on your end.
No, I didn't.
Like, that's why I thought you were talking to Spirit or something, or you had a device on or something. I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, have you been hearing Chris around there lately?
Have I heard what? Sorry, pardon?
Chris.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I haven't been listening out for, so to say, but I'm gonna tell her my trade secrets.
This is so weird. Is that better?
Me or spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds fine all the way through. It's been fine. It's only at one time it stops.
Because it's my end then. I'm getting like a feedback kind of thing.
All right. Yeah, you're not my. I can't know that, but like I said, I heard a second ago, or however long, 20 seconds ago, that deep. I can't describe it. You either get a chirp or like a deep.
Yeah, I've had it. I think that might be the other one that was around here earlier, because he had a really guttural kind of sound to him.
Yeah.
But I thought he'd gone. So if he's talking, he must be only talking through your end, like between us, if that makes sense. But I tell you, Chris has been saying he's been around your place quite a bit.
Right. Yeah, go on.
I said, oh, thanks a lot. You've abandoned me. You know, I said, I can have anything come here. He said, no. He said, I need to be there because he's worried about your little one.
All right, yeah.
So I don't know whether, you know, because he was talking about, she was pointing up at him, pointing up. So
yeah,
I don't know whether you've seen that.
Maybe.
But,
yeah, maybe. Depends
yeah.
Because yeah, one of my major faults actually is when I'm with the community and doing videos and stuff. I'm quite focused. I'm a man. I can't do two things at once. Like I go dumb. I have the phone in my hand. My wife go, oh yeah, do this or whatever, or little retarded. And when I put the phone down, I can talk. So that is one of my wife. Can probably tell you if and when and stuff. So that is one major fault I've got.
Oh, bless her. Well, it's so weird. I've had some really crazy stuff happening today, and I'm hoping to have them around tonight during this session, because it's nighttime here.
Yes,
you know.
But I used to do my spirit box later, but we always end up going to bed quite early, so it's not a viable thing. But like I say, wifey's got work in the morning, but she's going to try and do it when it's dark.
You'll actually find your energies drain a lot faster when spirit are around. One thing I say to people is never ask them to use your energy. Never ever say to spirit, use my energy to communicate or to do anything, because what you're doing is putting holes in your aura. And if you open up like a hole in your aura, you can so sick, you can get drained, you can have migraines, you can have backaches, you can have, a lot of pain in your body, because you've basically welcomed them. And
that'd be no good.
You're in control. It's like, mind over matter. If you think you're sick, you'll end up being sick. If you think you're healing, you'll heal. But the thing is, though, with this particular thing, you are giving a spiritual permission to sap your energy, which means it doesn't just take energy off your energy field, because, it's got plenty of energy around it anyway. The universe itself, the ground, after a lightning or a thunder, you to walk outside and you can feel the energy in the ground with bare feet. Well, that kind of energy is already what spirit are feeling from the ground. So they don't need, our energy. With the candles, stuff like that, pure energy. But just and I think it was Mark who said something like use my energy or something, and I went, oh my God, no. But what happens is you end up with like potholes in your energy field. And once you've got those,
he's always getting tired and affected and stuff. But you know, he's quite sensitive to that sort of thing anyway. You know, so
well, he has to be careful. But that, I thought, just as a little bit of advice for people. Okay, so we've got some people talking. Where are we? Okay, we've got. I'll go back. All right, so they're talking about echo. All right, hi Albert. Hi Kevin Carter. Hi Ray Clark. Hi Zara. Liz Hall. Where are we? Deborah O'Connor. Hello.
yeah.
We have Time Lord. Gypsy Woman. No, I haven't got stereo ticked at all. I've got voice on, Zara. That's why I couldn't understand the echo. You need to leave a bigger gap between each other's audio. It's from Kevin Carter. Time Lord says Demon was on it all the way through, but when I annotated it, there was no demon at all. I don't know what that.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
You heard Demon live when he was doing a session. Demon. I hear Demon all the time, but when it came to actually going through it, listening to it properly, it wasn't Demon. It was something else. Whatever else was. What was it, Time Lord? What was it that was said? Do you remember anything?
He has sent it to E.V.P Paranormal to check it out.
Mr. Annotator. Yeah. Okay.
Jackie Morris is on. Hi, Jackie.
Hello.
And of course, LT Light Paranormal.
Oh yeah.
So, he wrote no on the recording. This was Time Lord. Time Lord wrote Deep Dark Demon all the way through the recording. Good morning, Debbie. Okay, so you know what I thought we would do today? Just for shits and giggles. We would. Do you want to do the SCD one?
Oh, go on then. I've got the fucking guitar pedal now. Let's get a whole way. Yay, intervention.
This is like minus the guitar pedal.
Oh,
but
right.
Let's have. Now, this will be like the real true live session, uncut, unjumped.
It won't work, you never know. It's got enough skills and fucking stamina to force it, maybe. You never know.
You never know.
It's certainly not what it's what it says in the tin. You listen to this, people, when you hear it fucking playing. You tell me if it sounds anything like what Huff's does before the guitar pedal, because he has showed it without the guitar pedal. So obviously don't compare it to that. But when he first showed it without the guitar pedal, if you can remember that far back, you tell me if it sounds anything like. Go for it. I'm interested.
Let's
£50 well spent.
Let's have a look. All right.
Look at that thing. Did you know, according to Anthony Sanchez, the complicated algorithms scan space and time and patterns in the universe from when the planets align, which help you to get to higher spiritual communication. I didn't know that in the advert. Who was on it? It's true. That's what you told a customer. I saw it in Truth Seekers. Kat posted the whole email and the to and fro him. In the end, he just called. I don't know. Apparently, because of the Bluetooth, which is just as good as a K2, he calls it the K3 or the Q3 or something. His own invention. That's how it does it.
Okay.
If you put a K2 next to a PC, you tell me what happens.
Exactly. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to first ask Spirit, as I usually do. Nothing's going to change here. And I'm going to grab my pen and paper. Now, Riley, give me a word. Give me a word to ask them.
Apple.
Apple. Okay. Give me another word.
Yeah.
Give me another
Raven.
word. Good
Raven.
for original. Okay, Raven. And I'll choose candle.
Okay.
All right. So these words, Spirit, if you like to use this device here, I want you to say apple. Or when I point to it, I want you to say apple. When I point to Raven, and when I point to candle, please say candle. So we're going to have a look over this first of all. Now I want to show you something here. In here, oh look, we've got message scroll on and off. Now watch what happens when we click message scroll.
What the hell's that say? Steve Huff, I.T.C. www.huffparanormal.com or whatever.
To read the latest information on the SCD1 and to look for the newest articles written by Steve Huff. Also, we saw Hunter apps for companion apps to the SCD1
upsell you
and for future I.T.C apps from Steve Huff.
What a
now,
whiz.
Look at that. Now, when you think about it, where the hell is it? Where is it? When you think about why would they need a companion app?
I thought it was going to be the best thing, you know. It gets rid of all the noise and the static, which is what they need, but never mind. They found another way, scanning the algorithms of the planets, and when they align with complicated patterns.
That must be the companion. All right, so here we go, everybody. I know there's no porn button. Time Lord said, where's the button for the porn channel? Oh dear. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because I must admit a few times when I've turned this on it's crashed.
Yeah, it's not very compatible with a lot of things.
All right, are you ready?
Look at my eyes, I am ready.
Now loading Shoutcast internet radio stations.
Hang on a minute.
Initiated 30 through 40 now initiated. Channels 50
Bear with me, it's coming through my microphone.
It's comprehensive. Listen to it.
Radio channels.
My eyes are just popping on my head with its comprehensiveness.
All right, so I'm going to do reverb. So when you click on it, I'm clicking and it's not even coming on. Oh, it's still, you know, scanning the universe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. All right, so, okay, we've gone clear. Okay, Spirit, can you please come through? Where are you? Is it going to even do anything?
Come through and say orders an asshole because he keeps fucking hitting out at Huff.
Okay, that's on 5 seconds. Can you hear anything?
No, it's going through. I can see it's going through the fucking. Excuse me.
What do we have? Audio method 1 and audio method 2. Which one? Audio
I think
1.
we have to use. You have to, yeah, maybe you might have to use the banks that are built in if it's going to be stupid. You know, the built-in box is the one that scans the universe, apparently.
Oh. So, all right, let me. All right, so we'll turn it on here.
It might be the banks that scan the universe.
Yeah. Spirit, can you hear me? Can you say yes to acknowledge? Did I just say huffs an asshole?
Said because obviously on his adverts he wanted it to say his name, so you're going to hear Huff Soundbank a lot on this.
All right, Spirit, can you please say the first word I'm pointing to? It is apple. Can you say apple, please? What the hell?
I don't think it's actually doing anything, but that's no different to one of those free apps on the old. I say old, not old, but on Android. Those free ones you get sounds very similar to that.
Exactly. Okay. Now, this cost us $60. This thing. $9 something, but it would be like 25 or something AU. Spirit, can you say Apple if you can use this device?
Take it down, Jackie.
Who's here? Let me change the speed.
Very well known. You see, that's what people come to.
All right, so there's nothing there. Here we go, the reader. It is rubbish, honestly. I'll speed it up.
Does this work? Well, yes, as a say.
Can you say apple? Can you say
most of it?
And one of the brief drip out of the sea, he did. I guess it's easy. And stroke.
Have you heard apple yet?
No. I haven't got the best ear. You know.
Look, it's crashed.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Crashed. Oh my God. All right, let's try it again.
Wonderful programming there, Mr. Sanchez.
It has crashed. Would you believe it?
Yeah.
All right. Patient. Let's try it again.
Let's be fair, we're trying the stuff that we've slated and we're trying. Just got to get it to work first. Oh, man.
Right.
If I paid $60 for this, considering most apps cost about $2 or $3 or whatever it is on fucking Android, or free.
It's disgusting, isn't it? All right, let's start it again.
Now loading. Past internet radio stations. Channels 10 through 20 now initiated. Channels.
You know, this reminds me of that unfreezing process of Austin Powers.
Yeah. Oh.
Now in past radio channels.
No wonder that woman was so irate and angry. Spirit for 25 years, she said.
All right, Spirit, can you hear me?
I'm not
Please.
quiet.
As you call it.
The actual program now.
Yeah. This is a live radio, so to speak. Okay.
One's paranormal.
Can you please say apple? Can you please say apple? Was it apple? Can you say raven?
What
Can you
the fuck?
Spirit, what do you think of Steve Huff? What do you think of Steve Huff?
How long?
Can you say hello? Was it FU? Was it FU?
What?
Oh.
I think like how Huff has portrayed it, even without the pedals and that, forget that. I mean, when he first showed it without it, it's nothing like it. And
No.
it's weird.
Can you say hello? $1,000 would kill.
Give me $1,000. Oh, $1,000 will cure. Oh shit.
What do you think of Steve Huff? You're frustrated. You want to wipe him out. Okay. Do you think, Spirit, that Steve Huff should produce any more of these apps? Was that no? They're laughing. What do you think of this app, Spirits? How would you rate it? Spirits, do you like this SCD1? Do you like Steve Huff? I'm not getting anything out of this. Okay. Goodbye, Spirits. Thank you for trying if you were. Okay. That is woeful.
Oh, that's going to be have been impossible. Impossible. And Ethereal was the funny one. That's the one that makes me laugh. It's just non-cool. Like, oh, I am a tree.
Let me see what else I have in my little shop of
Treasure.
horror.
Fucking, yeah.
Let me see.
It still stands by it today. Oh yes, through the Wonder Box it is. Nothing like how it sounds if you buy it.
Okay, let's have a look at this one. This is it even going to work?
What you got for me?
Okay. Now, this is the GB1.
That GB1 thing that sounds like you're on an oxygen mask. Now, well, I'm going to stick my hand up, and this is when order used to be a bit naive. When this first came out, I saw this, and I thought, because I was going to get an SB7 or something, because, you know, it was like $30. $30. I thought,
wow, look at the results Huff's getting. Throwing me about stuff. I might get this, you know, I might get this. And then a video came out, like, literally, thank God, about a day later, about jump cuts, which is missing. I think it actually got deleted, but it was a very good video on jump cuts, I think.
You need to pick up your phone, Riley. You got to pick up your phone now. I can barely hear you.
Okay,
That's what I said. I originally, when I first saw this stuff, I thought, because I was going to buy an SB7, or, you know, this was $30, and I was so amazed when I saw this on Huff's channel. This is when I, you know, the realization about what he was about. But I thought, look at that, the stuff Huff gets. This is amazing. I've got to get me this. And a video, literally about what, a couple of days later, showing you what Huff is like. That video is now missing and has been missing a long time, so it must have got deleted or whatever. But that opened my eyes and thought, fuck.
Well,
I felt
very interesting if when I turn it on, it stays on. Because one thing I have found,
anything
see, my PA, I bought them for her because I said, look, okay, I don't need this, but, you know, I was doing reviews on apps and everything. And so if anyone, you know, needs a person to review an app, let me know, because I'll be happy to get Chris or any other spirits that are around me to try it out for you. And I will give you a very reasonable, fair review. So it's not going to be, you know, kissing butt or anything like that. I don't work like that in what it is. So
you didn't crucify SCD1.
Yeah, we'll go with the same words: apple, raven, and candle. So I'll see if this actually works, because I had to basically get my PA Naomi to try and install it because it didn't work on her computer. So it's only like the one copy, but you know, it kept crashing or not loading or something. I don't know. But I'll turn it on. I'll see if it stays on. Okay. Spirit, are you? Oh, there we go. It's crashed.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
All right.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. It's probably like... Hang on.
It just crashed. All right. So what else have we got here? All right, the Flux Spirit Box.
Okay. Oh, you got something else there.
Okay, so this one's the Flux Spirit Box. I must say, to be fair, the Flux versions were pretty good.
Okay, good.
I would say spirits were, you know, being able to use them, that type of thing. Marceline's on, and Madge Matt.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so let's have a look at this one. All right, so this, just to sort of go over it, it has night vision mode, which makes it really hard to. Oh God, I can't get out of.
You just missed. You just made the bloody SCD1 and all of Huff's Scubbins. Yeah, wow, that's something to watch. So when you're done, I haven't got that long, so to say. I've got 15 minutes. I've got to pick up my kid, and then I'll have another further 15 minutes again, thereabouts. But you want to start and watch the SCD1. Oh my goodness, gosh! And now we're having more problems. This is from Ghost Hunters, still, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, this is all from Ghost Hunters. So now we're going to have a look at this one. This one's called the Flux Spirit Box.
Flux. Brilliant.
All right. Spirit, can you please use this device and say apple? I think I heard it. Can you say apple, please? Can you say apple? Was that apple? Can you say raven? I think it said raven. Can you say candle? Can you say was that candle? Can you repeat candle? I heard it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that came through. Candle was said, raven was said, apple was said. And that was probably less than 30 seconds. Would you agree?
Yes, well, you heard it. I didn't. My ears are terrible. Don't listen to me. But yeah, it's certainly more audible than that other toss, wasn't it?
Exactly. And that is without all that reverb and crap like that goes with it. One thing I find about this is when the apps were designed properly, I feel, from Anthony. This one really impressed me because even the spirit that was in my office, Albert, he was able to use it. And he was very reluctant in using anything. But when I said to him and explained, I'm testing them. I'm just seeing if they work. You know, I don't need them. Don't worry, I'm not going to try and get you to talk through this all the time. But can you help me? And he said, yeah, no problem. To me, review these apps. And because they get scared that I'm going to, you know, either ignore them and only turn on something like an app or a device when I want to talk to them. And that's why they were like, I don't like that. But
sure.
I will say this Flux Spirit Box isn't too bad. So I have to be fair there. So that's one that I look at. So there was something else I was going to talk to you about. And I can't even think. Oh, yeah. So, you know, the other day when I talked about the apples and the ravens and everything like that, there was the mention of the door opening up to the spirit world. Now, I don't know whether you've heard of things called apports. Have you heard of what apports are?
Apport.
P-O-R-T.
Yeah, apports are things that appear out of nowhere, like articles, coins, newspapers, flowers, feathers, for example.
The butter, you know what you mean? Like when I had the butter put in my duvet, the butter, you know, when I made the toast, the butter just didn't float past me, but it ended up in my duvet less than 2 minutes. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, an apport usually is something from another time. Well, did I get an apport happen to me today? And because the door of the realm is still very much open, so there's lots of visitations that are going to happen. This appeared.
What's that?
I don't know whether you can say that.
Is that a cross?
Horse and carriage. No, it's a horse and carriage. It's all sterling. It's on a twisted rope chain.
Yeah.
And this was my mother's. And it was buried with her. She wasn't buried, she was cremated. It was cremated with her. Today I was walking around, I was like getting nail polish to put on, and next minute I heard this thud behind me, like a bang. And I turned around and thought, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything had dropped or anything had moved or whatever. And as I started to walk, I stood on this and I thought, that looks familiar.
Yeah, right.
So I rang my stepfather and I said to him, did you still have that necklace, that sterling silver necklace of Mum's with the horse and carriage on it and with the rope chain? And he said, no. He said that was put in her coffin with her. And I said, I thought it was with her.
Yeah.
I just didn't know whether, you know. Now, this should have been melted in the crematorium.
Wouldn't it be strange if wouldn't it be strange if the guy who was going to cremate her had a track record of
stealing?
You know what I mean? And now it's been brought back to its rightful owner. Because that seems like a scenario, especially if you're in touch with spirits.
Well, with the actual crematorium place at Rookwood, if anyone who knows Rookwood Cemetery, as soon as they basically push the coffin like into that, it's like already sitting on the tray that goes straight into the furnace, basically. All they do is take the flowers off, but they pull the curtain across and then it goes into the furnace, literally there and then, if it is to be cremated. And we could even see the smoke coming, bellowing out of the furnace, like out of the steeple thing. So I said, was it, you know, was she wearing it? Because at the time, I remember I put it in her pocket, but I didn't know whether anyone may have put it around her neck. And he said, no, it was left where you left it, in her pocket.
Right.
And I thought, well, there you go. This was actually in in her coffin. I have her ashes here. I have my mother's ashes, and they're going to be interned very shortly, because I've bought the plot, you know, where to put her and myself. But how's that? That is just incredible. Little horse and carriage in sterling silver.
Oh,
So
that's called a port, is it, when something like that happens? A port.
A port. It means sort of like it comes from another area. I don't know if you think, I'll try and use an example, but it's not a very good one. You know, in Poltergeist, the movie, where there's that portal in the ceiling and they come through the ceiling, they have like these bits of watches and fob watches and jewelry and everything fall out of the ceiling. Whether it came out of the ceiling, I don't know, because I had my back to it when I heard the thud, so I don't know whether, you know. But I have actually smelt my mother's perfume around. I have felt her around, but I haven't had her talking to me. She's sort of, you know, she hasn't been talking lately. They're going through the phase or whatever, because sometimes when spirits do come, they just they don't necessarily talk all the time, you know. So it's really the other day when I had I put those photos up about, you know, asking spirits to show themselves, and they were showing up in crystals that were sitting by my bed. So
that's cool.
They appeared in crystals.
Hang on a minute. You're very quiet. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I've got to go pick up my daughter in a second. Let's have a look. Oh, how do you turn this on?
Can you hear me now?
No, it's very quiet. It's to do with the sound. That's on cool. Where can I get audio for? Hang on a minute. Let me just play a song in the background. That should allow me to change my audio, hopefully. Hang on.
Right.
Hang on. Okay. No, it won't let me bloody change my audio. What's going on?
That's weird. No, there are no burn marks at all, Kevin. None at all.
I can't change my audio, as in for and what I might do is, hang on, stick my headphones in. That might do something. Rude and pick up the door. Hang on. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Okay, so I've got the secret thought, but otherwise, I don't know why when I change the audio. I can see the remote audio, but not the actual audio.
Well, I'll talk while you're fixing that up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. I mean, it's not like as loud as. Anyway, at least I can hear you.
Hang on.
Yes. I don't know if you can hear me though, and it's all okay.
I took the cover off. Okay, there's a question from Debbie asking if they're more active during Halloween, or is it just a myth? Well, you know what, Debbie, from personal experience, they're active anytime. They really it's not a matter of just Halloween. I think because people are more inclined to be doing Ouija boards or, you know, trying to connect in some way with the spiritual passage, they will invite more, but not necessarily they will be inviting good spirits, if you know what I mean. They're more inclined to be inviting the arsehole spirits, which are the earthbound ones. And just to clarify, arsehole spirits are a grade less than a demon. You know, there's more arsehole spirits than there are demons from what I've experienced. But they're troublemakers. They'll try to get people at each other's throat. But going back
to my wife and stuff, when clearly I haven't, like, name a day, and it's a day when we've both been together all day, and it's a liar. So just crap like that. I think it's a joke to them, isn't it? Right, I'll pick up my daughter, so hang fire.
Oh, you're outside. You get out there quick.
Yeah, actually, just pick up my daughter. Go next door. Put the TV on for her, and she'll be happy, and I've got 20 minutes or so, and I've got to do some man clean.
Oh, all right, so hang on, what's this?
I'm still here. I'm still listening.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Hello.
Zara said, as I was falling asleep the other night, something decided to dig me in the side of my ribs. I got up briefly when trying to sleep. I got flashes, faces. Welcome to my world. But it's probably more like a electric shock kind of stitch. Zara, it describes that feeling. But that's their way. Sorry?
Oh, what you got there?
I've got someone here with me now. I've got a young one with me. What's your name?
I never did.
I've got a with me. Are you looking for somebody? Are you looking for someone?
Say goodbye. I think we're back on there.
No? All right. Do you want to wait?
Dear.
There we go. Right, what do you say?
Okay.
Then. Come on then. Let's go inside.
Can you touch this?
Dave's got to finish off what he's got to do, then we can. You're gonna help me tidy up in a bit. No. Gee, thanks.
No, that's the voice. I think Riley's daughter. I don't think she was talking about that.
Oh, Jackson, Jack. darling, you come then. Mummy's not home, she's at work till another hour, okay? And I'll put your TV show on and I'm going to finish what Daddy's got to finish, alright? Oh, Jack, give it over.
See if she touches it. Can people see this?
Yes, darling.
They hardly touch it on me.
Oh, good.
Riley, you're breathing heavy.
I'm right here. Right, here we go. Back upstairs. Mission accomplished. Daughter. What do you want? Okay,
You got to move the mic down a bit.
Sorry.
Move your mic to your chin. That's better.
Okay.
Because it sounded like you were heavy breathing, like one of those fantasy phone calls.
Yeah, I've got a piece of metal. That's always going to be the case. I'm Darth Vader. Okay, last thing I got to do is put some drink for her.
Paranormal investigators, he wrote, Luke, I'm your father.
Yeah.
But he wrote lube. So we need you to have that mask on, you know.
Yeah.
What's that? The Darth Vader mask.
Yes.
All right.
Right, darling. Food when Mum. Yeah, with the bottle. All right. I've got to finish off my stream, okay? Mummy comes. Working. Oh look, there's a raven on TV. Isn't that weird? It's gone now, but as a... Okay, let's continue on.
Waiting for her to use this. I've been holding it forever. Can you touch it? She's coming close. Fingers crossed. Waiting. Can you touch this? Don't be shy. Just come up and touch it. You can touch it. She's shy. She's so close. I've got this young one really, really close, almost beside me, but this isn't activating. Damn it. All right, let's try something here. Now, basically inside these teddy bears are these EMF detectors. And everyone knows why I've got the word no written on this. It's because I've got one with no and I've got one with yes on it. So that way you put them down sort of like about 10 centimeters apart, pointing in different directions, and you say, can you show me yes or no, you know, as a way of, so it's got these inside of it. So that green light is in the belly, as you can see, and then you've got ones on the arms. These are lovely though, these teddy bears. Like that shows it's how it works.
My name is now Unicorn, who would briefly have proven demons for a very short while. She had one of these REM pod bears, and they got some good results out of proving demons.
Yeah.
You know, they got it on video. And that, come on, Jack, come on. Good dog. I wonder if that dog might be sensitive.
They're supposed to talk as well. I can't hear you.
Right, can I hear my voice?
I'll put it over here so you can play with it if you want to touch it. She's not touching it. Okay. Now, just while we're talking, that thing about Steve that happened, that whoever they're doing it, do you know for a fact it is that guy?
Oh, this we're on about the profile thing.
Yeah.
This is where it went wrong. Someone has copied his profile. Darling, I can't put on scratched it. Someone found his profile, and the people that have got reputation are doing a lot.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Is it better? Is that worse?
Yeah. No, it's better. It's better.
They got a reputation
Bad.
for cloning. Obviously, Steve went straight to them, and they're saying it's not them. And as a retaliation thing, they've purposely flagged his video to fuck him over, just to be an arsehole, because he wants to, he says, because, well, you've seen the he's just a horror, well, he's a control freak, he's definitely racist big time.
This is Rich Lowley. Is that his name?
No, it's not so Rich Lowley. To my knowledge. Oh, that's not for you. That's not for you. Shit.
You might have to take your headphone off, Riley.
I'm worried about how far you are.
Can't hear you. You have to take your headphone off.
Can you hear me?
No,
Can you hear me?
it's bad.
Hello? Oh, for God. Back in again. Let's try again.
Better?
Right, can you hear me now? Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, no, it's not Richard Lowley. Richard Lowley is a character that basically has taken 4 or 5 different donations and events that have happened and rolled them into about his own version of things that are completely twisted and wrong, and is talking stuff on my channel. So I was like, oh, for God's sake. He's blocked, and he's also trolled many other people, but he doesn't copy profiles to my knowledge. He might do, but, you know, this is the problem. He's got, I mean, like the paranormal debunk guy. He didn't come on my radar saying, hey, I'm a skeptic, I don't believe it, or whatever. Was he cloned my profile and started answering on my first question? Well, that's a good way to side. Stuck. And I got really well then, you know? So
Yeah.
you know? So I don't like you or whatever, not at all. You've got to be skeptic. Good to be skeptic. That's how you fool these.
But okay, but why was did he know why the video was flagged? Did he get a reason?
Steve, you have to answer that because I don't know what is said about it. It's just flagged. I think it's what we call a false flag, where they've said, oh, it's got bullying in it, or it's got harassment, or it's copied, or it's just a lie, an outright lie. But obviously, I've been told when you do that, once YouTube realises it's a fake, you get the strike goes back to the complainer, and they get done.
Mm-hmm.
Their accounts haven't got any videos on their accounts.
I've had occasions with YouTube where music file. They've got audio for monetized videos and also other videos. And
yes,
I am monetized, but you know, you don't get much anyway. I haven't yet to see any money, but with that monetizing thing, I use their audio provided for people with monetizing and ads and whatever. So they actually then write to me saying my audio, the music in it, is copyright. And I said, but that's from the library.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why provide it to people if it's copyright?
Dude.
And that's, you know, and I showed them by putting a screenshot of it and sent it through. But there are cases where even with audio, I mean, they come down on you like a ton of bricks. You know, stop
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
and everything. I've never had that situation though that he has, but I'm just wondering whether, I mean, if there was something that he showed that
I
was.
don't know, say what he did, but whether
Yeah.
it's just a complete false flag made up, I don't know. But
I have never known this guy to cause any drama or any issues, or, you know, he's very proud. He just, it's his
this
hobby.
guy, some asshole has looked at his profile, just like I've had several times, and, you know, given jip, and he's complained that profile's not taken down, and he's gone to the suspects because this person's known for doing it. He did it to me, for fuck's sakes, and his mate, who's the control, who's a racist, a sociopath. Read what I read the comment. You know,
The troublemaker.
full on. Has just gone, right, you know, I'm gonna fucking make him pay. He's on my radar just because I can. Because I can. My God, you know. You know.
Well, let's have a look if I've got it here.
You don't like the stuff, just fucking
I think
don't.
it's really interesting to show what this Joe Hill wrote. So,
Huh.
do you give permission?
I don't. That's fine. Yeah, because he's got. I did a video ages. Joe Hill posed as a Huff fan, and he pretends to be a die-hard fan. That's what I mean by a sociopath. He's pretending to be a Huff fan when he's not. Darling, very pretty, but
I'll be very quick. But let's have a look, shall we?
yeah, go for it.
Where
So
are we?
He's pretending to be a Huff fan. I did a video, you know, because he was so racist and unbelievable, and he was tranny and all this other shit. He keeps this video a trophy, as he called it, and I deleted the video not because of him, but because it had my daughter in it, and I was getting stick for having my daughter in videos and stuff like dolls. So I put that video of my daughter.
Something is happening. Or it's not showing.
Your own channel.
Oh, look, clips.
I'm like, well, go on then. I don't care.
We have to
Yeah, there we go.
here. All right, so here,
Known as.
this is what I have to do on this, like this screen. Okay. So here it says, Joe Hill, hey racist, bigot, homophobic, sociopath,
That's me.
pathic control freak. Don't blow your mate away with a gun when you go postal. If you lose your job or whatever, okay, he loves you and admires you. You can make a channel if you like linking that video that gets you so hard, because deep down you are a repressed homo that's proper gay for me. I'm in your head still talking about me. So obviously this is a conversation going back and forth between yourself and Joe Hill, correct?
An E.V.P.
Yeah. Joe Hill writes, Houdini is a effing hard-working mother effer. He's my bro, my amigo. He tells it like it is, even about my rants, but he is honest. Tell you what, trans boy, the video says private with me and is my trophy. Your girl is blocked out already, so do yourself a favor. Don't video kids doing this ghost spirit BS. YouTube is full of new rules that I know about, and these bots are in full swing right now. Just do a little effing research. Okay, Limey, I'm done with this place for a while. And he writes, I did what needed to be done. Tell these ghost people that you don't F with anyone in my group and accuse them of something they didn't do, and then nothing happens. I saw what that effer did, and I was peed off. He was streaming some live shit, and boom, he broke the rules and now suffers the 3-month wait for it. He's on my radar. If he tries something else, he can block me and it won't work. Nobody can block me except YouTube, but I always come back. Now, what kind of mentality does he think? Does he honestly believe he is like a god?
Yeah,
I mean,
his sense of authority and entitlement is unbelievable. But I tell you what, there's either two ways about this, right? Like I said, if he loses his job, I think he'll go and have a gun and blow everybody up, or he's the complete opposite. But once he gets on that keyboard, he ain't saying shit. And I bet you he doesn't speak to anyone in public like that, because you get beaten up.
I honestly couldn't believe he doesn't. What's he talking about his group anyway? Because I get to see a video that he has put up.
He hasn't put any video up.
No, he's got one video up that goes for a couple of seconds just to get views, obviously. Because I had a look at his account, and he really, I mean, obviously he is into Huff like there's no tomorrow, because he's liked a lot of his videos. So that's where the defense comes through. The fact that
he doesn't believe it. He says, I don't know, it's weird.
Well, I just proved it tonight with the Huff SCD1 that it isn't as good as it's all made out to be. Nothing came through it. If anything, it was the flux spirit that had an advantage. But he really, this guy needs to get a life. If that's all he thinks about is going and trolling people's channels like that and flagging them.
He gets hard on my video as a trophy. Like, my God. That's why you're weird. Fucking weird, man. Like I said, it's one of two ways. Either he will shoot somebody if it all goes wrong for him, or he's probably bullied at school. That's what it is.
Well, they do say bullies turn out to be bullies,
Yeah.
So you could be right.
Yeah. Once that keyboard's away, he's nobody. And it really is sad. And his mate looks up to him. I think he's scared of him personally. He works for him. He's his boss. I think
you're cutting out.
Wrong. I said I think his mate is scared of him.
No.
Can't hear me at all?
No?
You're very muffled.
Okay.
I said I think his mate is scared of him.
Totally scared of him. His boss.
Who is his mate?
Paranormal debunk. If you want to type Beanie as his avatar. And he reckons he's debunked Mortis and ghost boxes. The video
I've seen that one.
Yeah, they can see
proof that they do have contact.
Yeah, that's him, and that's who he's looking after. Joe Hill is looking after him because he was one of those accused of cloning Steve's profile. Because Paranormal Debunked cloned my profile. That's how he come on my radar. He didn't come on my radar as a skeptic saying whatever, his opinion, and bringing some weight to the table. He just cloned my stuff and started talking to myself like he was me, except for people realised it sounds nothing like me, And he said, oh, only this because Joe Hill gave him my information and thought it'd be funny. Like I said, he's scared of him. If Joe Hill says jump off a cliff, he'd do it. He really would. And I
yeah, this guy really does have some serious issues. I mean, he just keeps pushing people's buttons. I mean, I can't understand anyone who goes out of their way just to disrupt a peaceful, some people do this as a hobby. Some do it for a business, but this guy really needs to, pull his head in. But anyway, I guess you have to go, Mr. Order of Magnitude.
I do. I can't be asked to clean up. I've got to.
Get the housework out of the way.
Yeah.
Like a good little boy.
Yeah, for those really serious fans of Order, because anyone else don't, I say fan, that's a really lame word. Thirdlesses but like watching Order. I'm about to upload a video of nothing. Okay, it's no spirit publishing, it's not a rant. It is literally me taking the dog for a walk and going on a bus. But if you want to watch that for half an hour, I have no idea why I've done it and why I'm about to upload it. But if you want to watch that, that'll be up in about half hour to an hour or so while I'm cleaning.
Oh. Well, we enjoy your videos anyway. They're great.
This is nothing. It's just, it's not a rant or anything. It's not a talk. It's just me walking the dog and going on a bus just for a laugh. I have no idea why. So, watch that and waste your time.
Well,
It's up there.
Some people that might be considered a life.
Yeah, true.
And they might not be able to enjoy the outdoors, and at the same time you're giving them an opportunity to see the beautiful countryside of the UK.
That's good for us. There is one who I know who has trouble at safety. I know she's been unwell lately as well. She's got limited time on the earth and all the rest of it. So, you know, she's had her heart stopped several times and all that, you know. So, you know, so maybe yeah, that's cool. That's cool then.
All right then. Well, you have a lovely time cleaning, and and everyone enjoy the weekend ahead. Gee, the weeks go quick. I don't know whether it's an age thing, but my God, it's like.
Honestly, I talk about time and you know, how quick Christmas comes around and stuff. So I do actually speak about that matter, about how quick time goes at the moment for whatever reason. So there are some things on there, I suppose. But there's no Scotty tomorrow, apparently. He says this when he always comes in, but no, apparently there's no Scotty tomorrow. It'll be me, wants to chime in. And as Paranormal Debunked put it to Milo, Truth Losers is on Saturday, but they still come and watch.
When is your lovely lady going to be doing a session?
Tonight, hopefully, and I'll try and get it uploaded tonight as well. It'll be tonight, so it'll probably start off very slow, and you know, it'll be as long as I can make it, so to say. But yes, she'll be doing it tonight. All right.
Good. All right then. Well, we'll be watching.
Cool.
You can do it live.
Hey.
Can you do it live?
No, I don't think I can. I can't set up my live yet. And I don't think she'd want that either, in case there is something she wants to cut out or whatever. She's a very hard one to, and she still might go back on her word. She is known to, at the last minute, bolt. You know, she's got confidence issues, I think, is a word. She doesn't need to have confidence issues, you know. She doesn't need to lose confidence, but she does. You know, she does lose confidence.
Oh, well, she's a beautiful lady, and I look forward to seeing the session. I think it's her personality that must draw them. That laugh of hers is addictive.
Yeah. Oh dear, more disrespectful. Oh dear.
Funny. All right, well, you have a great weekend, and I'll be watching your video later on.
Okay, cool. I'm uploading it now. I'll take about half an hour.
Wow.
See you later, everybody. Oh god, here we go. Clean up time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Adios. Peace of empathy and all that.
Now, just while I have everyone on here, earlier I spoke about a little microphone that I use on my iPhone. And if you have a phone that actually you can record on, you can certainly use this device. It's called iRig Cast. So this is the little microphone. It has a little plug that just sits inside the phone, and you've also got this little switch on it at the front that's got low and high. So that's the if you can have a look for it. It's called iRig Cast. You want to write it down? iRig Cast. Let me just double check. I'm getting old and blind for my age. So it says iRig Mic Cast. And what you do is with your mobile phone, you actually put it in where the headphones would go, in the headphone jack, and you flick it to high. Now, high is more sensitive as a mic. You put on your, I'll show you how it works. So there's your recording app. There's the iRig Cast. You can turn it around that way. It doesn't matter because it's a 360 microphone. And it's really, really good. When I actually have my E.V.Ps, no, it's not an app. Oh, okay. So if you have any type of voice memo program built into your phone, that would be what I'm referring to. So you don't have to have an iPhone, any type of phone that takes a headset plug like that. That would be it. So I'll give you a demo. Are we? Okay. For a second. All right, so that's how the app looks on the iPhone. This is something that comes with it. And you press the record button and you speak into it. You say, hello, my name is Karen, blah, 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 blah. What is your name? And they say blah, blah, blah. And then you stop it and play. So when you play it, though, you will have to take that out because, hang on a moment. So I'll have to put it down. What have I done? I think I've gone past it. Oh, there we go. And you speak into it. You say, hello, my name is Karen, blah, 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 blah. What is your name? And they say blah, blah, blah. And did you hear the blah, blah, blah? You actually have... Okay, so with the voice memo, this is how it goes when you're... See, you can actually see the little thing there. And when I plug this in, what have I got it set to? I've got it on low. Now I'll plug this in. Okay, press record. And you talk into it, say hello. Can you please say your name? I'll just wait. Is there anyone hiding in here who hasn't yet shown themselves apart from you speak into it? It's a lot more condensed, the sound. So you can see it's like a line. So you stop that. You go back to the beginning. So you can see a big difference anyway. What I'll do, I'll just plug in the I'll plug in the speaker, an external speaker. Goes when you're, so you can actually see the little thing there. And when I plug this in, what have I got it set to? I've got it on low. Now I'll plug this in. Let's record. And you're talking low. Can you please say your name? I'll just wait. If there's anyone hiding in here who hasn't yet shown themselves, apart from Denise, can you speak into it? It's a lot more condensed, the sound. So you can see it's like a line. So, okay. So what I'll do it again, but I'll actually do a proper session very quickly. Let's make sure I've got it on. Okay. So I'll just do a really quick one. I'm going to ask if Chris can come here and just say your name, that's all, or just say hello really loudly into this device here. Can you say your name, please? Okay. Now, I had a bit of an accident with this. I dropped it on a candle. So hopefully I haven't stuffed it up. I'm going to start this. Into this device here. Can you say your name, please? Now, I don't know whether you heard that. I'm going to go back. Your name, please. Into this device here. Can you say, listen really closely, you'll hear them say, Karen, really low. It's a male. So, as you can see, that's how sensitive it is. You can actually hear the male voice speaking. So I'll play it one more time. My voice in it. So did you hear him? Very faintly. Once you actually, to give you a bit of advice when you're recording EVPs, always make sure that when you're speaking, you have, hang on, what have I done? You have at least a 10 to 20 second gap. If you can hear spirit, you'll hear when the cue is to stop recording. But I will clean that up. that is something that I will then put through like a filter process. There's a really good app that is really, it's affordable. It's called NCH WavePad. So let me see if I can transfer this to my computer. Bear with me for one moment. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I haven't done this before. So, as in, damn it, where is it? Here we go. Okay. Okay, it's in there. All right, so it's gone straight from my phone to my computer. Yay, I did it. Now I'm going to take it over to a program, and I'll show you how the program actually works too. So this is called WavePad. Now this area here is where I spoke, and this was the part in the beginning, you know, when you've got that typical noise that comes from basically moving or what have you. But always be careful when you're recording EVPs not to be moving about too much, because that will actually affect the EVP and give you a contaminated sound, which could be very, you know, very difficult to determine whether it is actually EVP or just contaminated noise. Now with that area, I'm actually going to increase or amplify the sound. And I'm going to do that a few times. So as you can see, that is increased. Now I do a cleanup. And it's decreased it. Now what you're going to hear is the decreased but amplified area. I'm also going to hit reverb. It gives it a more depth, and also decreases more of that white noise sound effect, which we all have. And just to let you know, that white noise that you hear in recordings is usually given off from your energy field. When you're holding a recorder in your hand, we have an energy field around us, and that energy field is what actually produces that hissy kind of sound. So it's something that is unavoidable. You cannot stop white noise, and without white noise, noise would not help travel. You would not be able to also pick up EVPs. So this is the area where we had the talking. I'm going to play this for you. Let me just open the volume. Okay, so let's increase that. White noise absolutely does matter. It really does. And if you own a complete recording studio, fantastic. But there is nothing stopping you from using other types of, I mean, I've got proper audio equipment as well. I mean, I've got all that for my readings for when they're recording. I use the Magix as well, so that's a really good software program. But this is another way of cleaning up audio. You just take a snippet, do a cleanup, grab a sample, go back over, hit your spectral subtraction, and then so there you go. So we just go back a little. Now let's try and get some of that spectral noise away by multi-band. So when we go, that was in the bathroom. So, but I'm going to go back. This is where I have Chris talking, because as I said, I asked Chris to come through and speak through that. So what is it called again? It's called an IRIG cast. IRIG mic, M-I-C, cast, C-A-S-T. So I'll just have a quick look and see if I can get a price. Okay. All right, so this is actually a bit more than what I pay. I'll show you the screen. Hang on a minute. So that little thing here, I don't know why it's not showing up actually. Can you see it? Is that even coming on? I can't. All right, so I'm going to have to put it on this one. Okay, so here, this actually is retailing for $179. I didn't pay that much for it though. I'd go back on here. And there's one which is exactly the same. Look at that. Oh God, some people are disgusting. 58, that would be about right. So $58. I know that's not it. What the hell? Oh, so it's a different one. That's an IK multi. Oh, let's just have a look. I'm just waiting for it. That's not out of stock. That's why it's not showing. But if you actually do a search, you can actually pick it up. Oh, look, here's one for $61.17. And that's called the iRig Mic Cast. I actually did a review on it and used one of my videos, the actual audio that was captured, spirit voice and so on. It's basically got here, create stunning podcasts and voice recordings quickly and easily. iRig Miccast is the ultra compact portable voice recording microphone designed specifically for recording podcasts, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not podcasting, I'm actually recording spirits, but it works. It really does. And as you can see here, it has low and high, and that is brilliant. Just plug it into any type of headphone socket on your iPhone or any other phone you've got that has headphones, and if it's got recording on it, which is usually like a voice capture program, most phones come with them anyway. Doesn't really matter what type of phone. I think they all have some type of voice recording function. then that will actually amplify and pick up the sound for your EVPs. I can't recommend it enough. It really is a brilliant program. So I'm going to have a look now at showing you this. Go back, Karen. And sorry for taking up your time. If you want to go, you can go. But I'm just trying to sort of help you if you're interested in learning about some of the best ways of getting the EVPs showing for you. Okay. All right. Now let's have a look here. On this, I'm going to amplify the sound again, and I don't know how loud it's coming through for you guys, but I usually don't have things up really loud around me. My hearing is so damn sensitive. Well, thank you, Albert. I enjoy your time too, and I really do appreciate you hanging about. So I'm going to try and play this again. See if you can actually hear what Chris is saying here. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of white noise there, a lot. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take this section. I'm going to save the selected region so I can actually specify. I'll just put N. Okay, so I'm going to save that there, and now I'm going to open up Audacity. So I'm going to now go to my screen share, and hopefully you can see Audacity. Now I'm going to go to the file. All right, so here I'm going to use this little bit here, and I'm going to reduce the noise. So I'm going to get the noise profile, and it's too short, which is no help for me. All right, so we have to, I should have probably got a bigger slice. So what we do then is we go back. Now over the larger bits here, see the large one? That's where I put the actual cursor. And then I go to noise reduction. Now, because I've got it set to reduce noise. Now, as you can see, it looks like nothing's there. What I'm going to do now is do a little amplification to 16, and there you've got the end bit. But I don't want to hear that end bit. I want to hear here. Okay, I'm going to do that amplification again. Oh God, what am I doing? I'm going to do that amplification again. And I'm going to go back and do a noise reduction again. Now, as you can see, there is the voice there. Now, you might still hear a little bit of whistling, but this is okay. Now, as you can hear, that was speech coming through. So that there is actually Chris talking, and you can hear it's a male's voice. So, okay, the PC shut off for no reason. Oh, hope it was quick to load again. So is this how people annotate Spirit Box sessions? Well, I do things different to most people. This is a question asked by Debbie Ferguson. Is this how people annotate? Well, when you do a recorded session, you should always record anyway, no matter what you're doing. If you're talking with spirit and you don't actually, what have we got here? All right. If we are doing a recorded session or talking with spirit at any time, even if you are just having a little chin wag with a spirit that you feel is around, if you get this feeling like all of a sudden you don't feel like you're alone, there's your first clue, Sherlock. Grab your recorder, hold it out, introduce yourself, and welcome the spirit that's present. Always make them feel comfortable, and then just say, please talk into what I'm holding. Point to the area they would need to talk. So in this case, on the iPhone, so on the iPhone, you would actually point to this and you would say, can you please speak into this device right here? Indicate with your hand, because I'm going to tell you something else about spirit. Sometimes they don't see what we see. They have trouble seeing the color blue, which is number one. They have trouble seeing certain colors in our world because they appear very different. If you have something blue, like for example, I took I can't even think of the name of it, something that I bought from Paranologies. I think it's called the, what is that? No, not the Periscope. Anyway, sorry, Chris is talking to me. With the actual device, it glows blue. It's got like a glow blue to it. And I said, can you please touch that so that it will change color? And they said, what blue thing? And they actually screamed it out saying, what blue thing? Because I couldn't see the blue. And a few times they've said that. At first I thought it was someone who was colorblind, that may be still colorblind on the other side. I don't know. Some of them, they still maintain their individuality. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they are complete and there's no problems. But it's the spirit's choice. This is number one. Anyway, cut a long story short, they couldn't see the blue. I took out another thing and it had blue on it and couldn't see. They said, where's the blue thing? So I physically had to point to the item for them to know what to touch. And they didn't actually see it. They basically just, touched it and then it worked. Another thing is, where are we? These things are actually called plates. They look like cup holders, but these are actually argon. They're a resin, like a plastic resin with crushed up crystals in them. These are great for recharging your crystals, that type of thing. If I hold up a little bit closer, get an idea. It's actually got some Tesla coil crushed into it as well. It's just a flat resin with all this, but I'll tell you what, they're brilliant. So if you ever get one of these, they're great. They also come in different types of designs. You can also get pyramid shapes and so on. I've got a pyramid as well. Just pop your crystals on them and it helps recharge them, especially when you've got it in the window and the sunlight or the moonlight, that type of thing. Another thing I had actually discovered recently, which I'm going to share, is hang on, I'll just grab it and I'll show you. Bear with me. I'm just going to pop over and pick it up. Okay. Right. Now, okay. Now I've got a crystal here, cluster of crystal, beautiful clear quartz with the natural shards of crystal through it, as you can see. Now, I sometimes wake up feeling so drained, especially if I've got spirits around me of the night time, waking me constantly, wanting to talk, that type of thing. The other night, the last 2 nights actually, I placed that on its side like that, pointed at, like next to my bed, pointed towards my head, on the dresser, the side table. And I woke up feeling terrific. I really felt refreshed. I felt rejuvenated. No type of headache, or like I feel like I'm, my brain is, mush, if you want to put it that way, especially when you have broken sleep and you're going back and forth. So if you have a cluster of crystal or a pointed crystal, have the point lying on its side, facing the head of your bed, where you would be sleeping or putting your head on the pillow, not on the same, not on the bed with you, otherwise you could do some damage, but put it on the side table or the dresser and have it pointing, have the actual crystal pointing towards your head, and you'll watch the difference when you wake up. It's hard to describe, but it really has helped me get more clarity with my readings and so on, and I'm going to keep doing it. I have programmed this crystal for certain things, and it always delivers, always. I think I've spoken to you about how to program them. So if you want to know, just look at the other videos. And this is the pyramid shape of the resin with the Tesla coil inside of it and the various crystals. Now I'll just sort of hold it a little bit closer so you can see. And honestly, the feeling you get off it, they're absolutely brilliant. It is just, I can't describe the energy that you get from just holding one of these. They're also great at reducing electricity consumption. If you pop one, I've actually got, where is it? I've got the plate, and I've stuck one in my electricity box, on top of the electricity box. My electricity for this great big old home was only $200, and it's normally around $600. So it has dropped it by $400. Now, whether it's just luck, I don't know, but it has done it. It's done it. And seriously, get yourself one. If you want to have normal tap water become more, and I know this sounds crazy. I'm like, God, it's like I'm a promotion for it, but seriously, if you want to have normal tap water, you chill it and place it on top of one of these. It will actually taste like spring water. It is just really amazing that this little thing can actually recharge and change something. I have one of these underneath the bowls of water for my pets. Oh, bye, Jane. Sorry, I didn't even see you pop on. Bless your heart. So, yeah, I've got one of these under the water bowl of the pets. So it's brilliant. And they keep going back, obviously, to drink because they need water. But I actually feel if it can change it in a glass, it's certainly changing it in the tubs of water for the animals. And you can even put it inside the water. It won't hurt it. Just clean it every day, and it recharges. So another thing, because as you know, the Tesla coil, you think of Nikola Tesla, it has a lot of connection with spirit, that type of thing, and it's just a great amplifier. Rose quartz is brilliant. Be careful with the what's it called, the salt crystals. I actually became incredibly ill. I can't have these salt lamp crystals near me. I had one, a beautiful one. It was actually on my dresser, and I had it going to the point like it was there going day and night. Now, they do actually leak, these salt crystals, especially when you've got that like little tiny light inside of it. It heats it up and it sweats, and you end up with crystal, like, you know, salt all over your dresser and everything like that. So you put a plate under it. But if you sleep with one near you, expect yourself to be absolutely ill. I'm saying ill to the point where I couldn't even move. I was literally bedridden with this salt lamp crystal and the Himalayan salt lamps. What happened was I had so much of that going into my body that my saliva was salty. I could taste salt in my mouth. I was actually literally breathing it into my entire body and almost had a heart attack because of it. So be very careful with these salt lamps. They can be extremely dangerous, especially if you have one right near your bed. And if you're going to have one, you know, put it on for a couple of hours and turn it off. Don't leave it running like I did. And that's probably why, because I had the bloody thing running all day and all night. This is called an orgone crystal. I'll try and find for you. Okay, bear with me. So I'm going to show you by sharing this. I'll just go over here. Is it going to work? For some reason, Google isn't allowing me to. Show the page. Okay, now it'll show. Now these are called orgone, orgone. Orgone, Tesla, radionics, activator, mantra, meditation, pyramid with the Tesla coil. These are on eBay. But the guy that I get mine from, oh, that's a nice one. Ooh, glowing orgone, double pyramid. I think this is. You've got to be careful where you get these from too. This one that I get, try and find it's actually the United Kingdom. I think that's him. Let me just see. Because, yes, photon orgone. This is the guy to look for. Don't go buying from the Indian ones. This is the one you need to buy from. So if you want to write down the name, Photon Orgone Organization. He's actually on eBay and he's from the UK. So absolutely brilliant and very good for psychic connections. Here he's got the rings. This is nice. This is a tensor finger ring, single double wrapped adjustable sacred cubit. It's orgone. Now I'll just read a bit of this if you've got some time. Tensor rings also from what is called tensor field across the opening of the ring. Those who, where are we? Okay, it's not even fitting on the screen. Let me try and reduce the size a bit. No, it's not making a difference. I'll try and get you the information. You can have a look anyway when you want to. I'll try and find the orgon pendants. Oh God, where is it? All right, so you've got lots of things here. These are the plates, the crystals, as you've seen. The plates are very similar. So, for example, if you click on that, I mean, look, $18.99 UK, which is $30.43 AU. And the page isn't loading. But here it basically states here, each unit is self-clearing and will never cease to work as I've added specific crystals such as clear quartz, Lemurian crystals, Herkimer diamonds, kyanite, and selenite. Inside each device, I put a base mix of 5 double terminated quartz points, kyanite, selenite, quartz powder, shungite, pyrite, aluminium, copper, titanium, tin brass, sun-dried colloidal silver. I have combined the following crystals together because of the absorbing capabilities toward radiation. They are black tourmaline, kyanite times clear quartz points, selenite, durbarite, labradorite, topaz, mukite, lapis lazuli, and basically it's to raise the vibrational level, harmonize negative energy, best placed in bedroom, under bed, on router, in any room where electric devices are situated. Put one either side of your windowsill and another in the middle. Place on every electrical device. Place under your plug socket. Place under your bed. Carry with you in your bag or car. Put it on the perimeter of property to cleanse it. Place in corners of a room to protect it. Place near cell towers to block the negative effects. Grid them on your property for protection. Placing one every 3 meters. Now that's a lot of money, but I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't had seen the effects. I mean, as I said, it might just, but I have an air conditioner running all the time. I'm home a lot now because of the fact that I do the readings at the studio anymore. And I have a lot of things going. I really have a lot of things going. But it has saved, if this is to do with it, it's saved $400 on electricity. 400. Even the electrical companies won't give you that. But there you go. There's $400 saved. They've also got here the Carillion research. I mean, this guy goes right into detail about the reduction of radiation effects. I mean, I don't know about radiation, but if it's anything to do with showing the effect of my electricity bill, I'm going to promote this. But not only that, it is brilliant for water, and it is also brilliant for the crystals themselves. And I love using them also under my equipment, such as my mics and so on, because they actually do help. So there's a little tip, a little bit of a secret tip from yours truly. So I hope that actually helps many of you. The other thing that I was talking about earlier, and I won't take up too much of your time, but I wanted to show you these here. If I'm to sort of bring this over a bit. I don't want too much of me. This here, I've got yes and no written on these. And of course, everyone knows what they are. The reason for me doing that is very easy. When I put them on, they do give off different types of, let me just move that over. Don't want to see myself. Okay, so when you've got them on, you will ask Spirit to affect either one. So you will say, say you want something visual when you're on location, you'll just put them down and you'll say, okay, this one is for yes, and this one is for no. Are you male? If they don't want to show themselves, I mean, you know, with me, I usually see them and they're male. So, but this is just to help people who can't see Spirit. So you'll say, are you male? And they may light up the yes one, you know, begin to flash. Or they might put up this one if they're a female. Sometimes, and I guarantee many of you who've asked, you might say to Spirit, are you male? And there's no response. Then you say, are you female? And there's no response. Now, if you get that, that means you have an angel present, because angels they are both sexes. They are male and female. So there is like no individual sex with angels. So there's another little thing. But anyway, when you take these on location, you set one down for yes and you set another one down for no. And this helps you know when they're talking as well, because the energy that you're actually seeing is not them moving near you. It's actually them talking. So what I have found when spirits are talking to me, I have noticed this going. And it's just, that's how it is. I mean, when we talk, of course, you've got nothing showing up on this, because we're not spirit. We're not spirit yet. We are what Spirit refer to as ghosts. We are spirit inside a casing, the human body. So over this, you would have the yes out and you would have the no out. And you can ask specific questions, but when they are flashing, that means that their spirit has gone to that device to actually speak. So what you're seeing is that, you know, flashing lights and everything, that's them talking. So there you go. When I've actually seen Spirit place their entire hand upon a device, it goes red. It just stays straight up into red. So Marceline, yes, the two mixing. I'm not sure what you mean by that, because with the live stream, you're a few seconds behind. But try that, of course, when you're out in the field. Another thing is also, when you're out in the field, if you have taken a crystal, for example, and you have said to it as a part of its programming, you ask that it help with spirit communication in drawing to you only gentle, loving spirits that, you know, are really wanting to communicate. Yes, that's right. So they are male and female, are both sexes. You've never got really just male angels. Of course, the archangels, they are either male or they're female, but with angels, typically, they are of both sexes. I think they called them hermaphrodites or something like that, where it's both sexes. So there you go. If you think about how you've got some females or males that look beautiful like females, technically that is how angels are. Some angels, though, aren't really pretty. You would probably get scared if you see them, because their faces don't look like you would expect an angel to look. They can look quite nasty, but this is the thing where they say that, you know, beauty is inside, it's not outside. So just know that sometimes you might have an angel that doesn't really appear as something beautiful as you would expect an angel to look, but they are an angel. If they're speaking gentle and loving to you, and they are okay with talking about God, and they are, you know, encouraging you to speak with God and ask him in your prayers for support, you know, that is an angel. You can't mention God. You can't mention the name God when you've got something negative, because the energy becomes very electric. It becomes very uncomfortable. They almost get angry in their voice. So this is another way of knowing if you have something negative around you or you've got something positive. But angels, I mean, they can swear as well, which is surprising, but, you know, not to the point where it is a vulgar. When I say swear, they won't be vulgar. They won't call you a SLUT or other things that are, you know, really profane, but they do swear. They won't say the F word, though. This is one thing you won't get an angel saying, but they'll say bloody. I've got one who says bloody a lot. Everything bloody this and bloody that. But this angel per se is actually a person who has, at the point of their life, they have got such a good heart and a good outlook and just generous. So because of that, that makes it to the point where it's, you know, they still go and they can become the angel, so to speak. Yeah, well, priests are known for swearing. I mean, they're not, you know, angels yet, but I mean, technically, yeah, they do. But they won't be to the point where they're telling you to F off or anything like that. So there you go. Now, going back to the crystal, when you charge a crystal and you give it a purpose, and it doesn't matter if anyone touches it because it's your crystal. They can't put anything bad on your crystal because you've already claimed it. If you're giving it to someone, you've got to tell the crystal, I am releasing you so that so-and-so can have you, and they will then need you in their life for whatever their purpose is. So even if you're giving a crystal as a gift, just say, I have obtained you, not bought you, I have obtained you to be giving whatever the wishes are for whoever it is you're giving this to, and I give you with blessing. I send blessings with you. Crystals are a natural source of the world, of course, you know, made by nature, cut by man. But anyway, with the crystal, when you charge it, you just hold it simply in the palm of your hand and you give it its instructions of why you want, what you want its purpose to be. So you will say, your purpose is to help me with, and whatever your interest is. I'm not going to say what I have said for this one because it should always be private. So you would say that, you would tell it what its purpose is, and then you would place it down. And it's like your friend. It becomes like a friend to you. I had that video that I shared on YouTube where the crystal literally speaks, and it says, do you trust me? And that was interesting that it even said that to me, because yeah, I do, because I have asked it to do this for me, and it asked me, well, do you trust me? So it's interesting, they do talk. So if you actually hold a recorder next to a crystal, you may actually capture its voice because they do talk. Now, the other thing is, if you use a crystal and you program it and say you want it to help you when you are ghost hunting or when you are communicating with spirit, then you will always have that with you in these cases. It is a clear quartz. It is a pure clear quartz. I've had this one for about, I'd say, 40 years. I was almost 20 when I got this. So it's a really hardy crystal, nice clusters, as you can see. It gives off a beautiful light. So if I, to give you an example, if I put this behind it, you might see the light effects through it. So it actually does illuminate quite lovely. Yeah. Woohoo! And now I just broke it. No, I didn't. So if you have the crystal and you have programmed it to do a certain thing, then you must use it for that. You have to take it with you. It's no point having it sit at home if you're out doing investigation or taking it, to some location, only to have that sitting at your home. It's not going to do its job. So, yeah. So going back to, we've got here Brenda saying, is it true rose quartz can help decrease migraines? Well, as I was saying earlier, I don't know what time you came into the conversation, Brenda, but I actually found a method of using my quartz whilst I slept, because I usually wake up feeling drained, feeling more tired, because I do get distracted through the whole night. But what I did, I leant it on its side like that. Even if you've got like a single quartz, lie it on its side, have the point, the tip of that facing the bed, your pillow basically. So if you have it on your dresser table or your side table next to your bed or anything next to your bed, have it so that it's pointed. So as you sleep, it's pointed towards your head. And honestly, you will wake up feeling clear-headed and have a migraine. You won't have any types of issues because you have used this and it's charging at you, basically. It is incredible. If you have a crystal skull, you can take it with you. Yes, if you have charged a crystal skull to do certain things for you, if you have asked it to be the purpose of helping you with your communication sessions, if you are asking it to, bring to you spirits that are going to communicate or make them feel comfortable in communicating, whatever the case is that you have programmed it for, you might ask it to protect you whilst you are doing sessions. You might say, I want, your purpose is to prevent me from having any type of spiritual attack or, becoming vulnerable to lower entities, that type of thing. One thing you should never, ever, ever do is say to a spirit, use my energy to communicate. That is the biggest thing that really ticks me off when I see people, even in recordings or videos and everything, and they say, use my energy. It's a bad karmic path you're putting in front of you. Technically, you open up your energy field to becoming more vulnerable. You don't know the spirit. The spirits don't really need your energy. You can have a simple candle, anything that's natural form of energy, be it a crystal, be it a candle, that is enough for spirit. They don't need your energy. So just remember that. If you have a crystal that's been given to you, wash it under running water, cool running water, place it on the windowsill in the moonlight so it recharges, and then tell it its purpose. Every crystal you own must have a purpose. There's no point having crystals because they look pretty, and they're not going to do anything that they're meant to if you aren't charging them the way that they're supposed to be charged, or you're not programming them for their purpose. So, I mean, you don't necessarily have to have rose quartz for love. The only symbolic term of the love symbol is the fact that it's pink. You can have a clear quartz for bringing peace and harmony to a relationship. You can even program crystals to reveal secrets. So if you have someone who is very deceptive around your environment or someone you're not trusting, if you have a crystal and you program it and say, You're to reveal any secrets that may be done intentionally to prevent me finding out the truth. If you do that and you put that crystal in the area or in that environment where that person frequents, expect their deceit to come undone. You will have more of a knowing, you will have more of an intuitive feeling that there is something not right. And it doesn't matter who it is. If you are saying, reveal to me deceit, reveal to me the lies from people around me, it'll do it. So, you know, and unless you can handle it, or unless you can't handle it, don't do it, in other words. But if you actually do that, then great. Another one is pop a citrine crystal inside your purse or wallet to draw money. They are fantastic for drawing money, but you always bless it. Always bless the crystal. Always give thanks to it. Speak to it like it's your friend, because it will be working a lot harder for you if you are nice to it. I don't know why. I know it's only a rock, but it is really, you know, the things that have happened where I've had crystals. I have had one case there, fountain, have a small Bronn at home. Okay, I don't know what the conversation is. I'm sort of like catching bits and pieces here. Okay, so what about water, like a fountain and running water? Is this in relation to your like cleansing of the crystal, Marceline? Is that what you're referring to? Okay. Is that for the cleansing of the crystal? So this is a problem with this delay thing. I don't know what you are talking about. No. Nice try, Albert. You can't, I'll tell you, the thing is, you will never have riches beyond your comprehension with the crystal, or if you get into this kind of field, unless you're doing things illegal. But if you think about spirit is all-knowing. It doesn't need money to be happy. Spirit means to be joyous because of the way you have accepted things. You have accepted people for who they are, that type of thing. That's the purpose of spirit. Many people say, okay, how come, you know, you don't pick the lotto numbers? How come you don't get, you know, the lotto numbers all the time and that stuff? It's because you're not meant to. You're really not meant to. You can have a little luck, but if you're expecting, you know, great fortune because of a crystal, the crystal will just keep you supplied with enough to go on. But it's not going to be there as, you know, a begin and end all of, you know, unimaginable riches. Just keep that in mind. So you have a clear quartz and a jade on a chain that you wear most of the time. Okay, well, that's a nice combination actually, because it's harmonizing. But always make sure that of a night time you do take it off and you have that on the side table next to your bed. Having that crystal clear quartz end pointed towards you, you want it to help you. Another thing is you can also get your crystal, and if you feel like times where you just can't think straight, or you're having problems with clarity, that type of thing, just hold it here so that it is pointed towards the middle eye, the third eye, if you're middle eye, the third eye, and that will actually help open up the third eye and give you a little bit more clarity, and help you make easier decisions and choices. Now, sometimes we're inundated with things, but it is amazing. It really is. So use the crystals also as a form of drawing out anything negative. That's okay. But you can actually, you know, as you said, you can charge a crystal. You can tell it what its purpose is. As I said, there's no point in buying a lot of crystals and them all just sitting around, because otherwise they're going to just be rocks, pretty rocks with no purpose. And you think about how you are, you want to have a purpose in life, and believe it or not, so do crystals. So, okay, so even if you don't have a bedside cabinet, you can get a chair and pop it on a chair with a pillow, like a little, so that it is actually at bed height, or head height, I should say, to your pillow, and have the crystal quartz pointed at you, and that way it will actually help. So Albert was joking. My enjoyment is just for people I came in contact during their life and touch their heart to stop and see how I'm doing. Oh, that's lovely. All right, so that is all I've got for you tonight. I really do hope that you've got something to take away from this. You saw the SCD-1, not something I would recommend. I have done a review on it, and I tried to be really fair. Okay, if yours is on top of the wardrobe, I'd get it down quick, smart, Zara. You're neglecting that crystal. You've got to take it off that wardrobe. So even if you're carrying them in pouches, just so you're aware of this, there's another way of charging crystals too. You get a nice large leaf from the garden, a nice healthy large leaf. You wet it so that it's taken off, you know, any type of residue from birds and stuff like that. Just run it under water. Then sit your crystals that you've already run underwater on top of this leaf in the moonlight. And yours was lost and refund. Okay. Okay, so does each crystal have to be used for a certain thing? It's better to have them with a purpose. If you, for example, go and I'm going back to this, all right, if you buy one crystal because it looks nice and you put it up on the in a cabinet or a display and it's just sitting there, you think about how you would be as an individual. You need a purpose. You need something to do. If you go to work, you have a duty of responsibility to your job to do a certain thing. And if you have the crystal in a cabinet, not getting any sunlight, not getting any moonlight, and completely in darkness, its energy will be completely drained after about a week. So you must recharge it. Another thing is you could actually pop it in a glass bowl or a dish or something with a little bit of salt, because that's a natural element, and water, and then just sit it in that overnight, and that will also help clear any negativity off it as well. Another thing is, what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, hang on. Here we go. Completely off the subject of crystals now, going back to the K2. Here's another K2 that I have, and if you have a look close, there is a little plug. Now that plug, you can actually connect. Where is it? I've got stuff everywhere here. Where are you? Here we go. All right. You get your mic and you plug it in. Not your mic, your speaker. And I love this speaker. This is just a simple little Radio Shack speaker. Yeah. So you turn it on, and with that up full, you turn that on. Now, what happens is you can listen, and I'll try and put it close to there. Tell me if you can hear it. And as you can see, it's already beginning to light up. Spirit, can you make the lights flash on this? Can you speak? Thank you, Chris. I don't know whether you heard him. Can you say hello? I need you to come close to this, if you will, just to help me out. Chris, can you say hello, please? Now, I've got the speaker right next to the mic, so hopefully, I'll try and put that there. All right. Hi, Chris. Can you say hello, please? Can you see it flashing? How are you today, Chris? Can you see the lights? Chris, can you try to make the fourth light on this come on? Can you try to make the fourth light light up? Just come a little bit closer. Try and hold it back a bit. You might see it a bit clearer. Now, can you hear that noise, that tick, 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 tick noise? That's actually the energy that this is picking up on. So it's actually coming straight through from the actual K2 meter. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I'll unplug that. As you can hear, it was plugged in. So I'm going to turn that off now. So you've got your K2 meters with and without the jacks. Another thing, you can even use headphones. You can plug these in. Now, what I have discovered, I tried this in a field environment. I went out and I had the headphones plugged in. I thought, I want to see if, you know, instead of like hearing them with my ears, so to speak, I'll pop on the headphones and I'll see how they sound as they talk through this. And it was like a real staticky type of sound, but very tinny, very metallic, which is how spirits sound. But it was actually using the static from this. So they are, you know, if you want to invest a little bit extra and get them with the jack, that brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Another thing is, and I've used this before, it's the Ovilus. Now, it took me a while to really bother about these, using it. I had bought it. I paid about, I think at the time it was like $400 for this little thing. But it actually has a setting on it where it's touch mode. And I have a video showing the energy of the spirit coming into contact. Now, if you have a look, it is just a hard plastic. There's no light, like the generic, the most basic of the models. It's got no light of blue or anything like that. But I'm going to show you something. Okay. Just going into YouTube. I have to go back this way. Okay, so I'm going to show you something where it actually showed the energy. During that, there was actually a reading that I was doing for someone that I had actually won the reading. Here we go. Go back. Right, so what I'll do, I'll show you the video.
German.
Sorry about this. It's deciding to play a commercial. Let's have a look. Right. Sometimes this Google thing annoys me. All right, so so check out this. It's going to put that across. Now, see how the screen went really, really funny this day? This was really bizarre. This is at the office. I'll try and move it up a bit. What is it? Right, about there. You'll actually see blue light begin to come off this. Now, here it is there. This is when the spirit was...
Can you touch it? It should go past.
Okay. So you'll see the...
What's happening now? Might have been just one passing through. You often get that. So there's someone here just passing through my office. Can you touch it? It should go past.
And that fan noise is the fan I had going.
That noise you can hear, by the way, is my computer.
Oh, the computer, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Not the fan.
All right, so it is.
Now look at that blue.
Through. Can you do it again?
Coming off there.
Come on, do it again. Thank you. Do you want to talk? If you want to talk, touch it again. Okay. Are you male?
If you're male,
Now pay attention how it doesn't hit the thing to say it's male or female, because it's an angel.
If you're the female I heard talking, can you touch it? It's interesting. Again, it's coming up. Because, oh, okay. So you're the female? If you are the female that I was talking about, can you touch it again, please? Thank you. All right, so do you know this person I'm doing a reading for? Respond by touching that with a yes. Do you know this person I'm reading for? Okay, I heard save us. Do you need help, do you? Do you need help in crossing over? Whoever said save us, can you touch that? Okay. Would you mind waiting till I finish doing this reading? Are you happy to wait? If you're happy to wait, touch that. Make it sound again. Can't do the crossing over with you at this moment. Will you give me permission to do this and finish this reading? If you do, please touch that. Are you a child?
I'll just stop that there.
Because I distinctly heard.
Okay, so that's the Ovilus M. Another piece of equipment that I do recommend trying to incorporate into your bag of tricks when you go spirit hunting or ghost hunting, whatever you want to call it. All right, so that's all I've got for you today. As I said, I hope it's helped. Remember that if you are using the K2 meters, that is when they're talking, that when you see that light come on. So that's your cue to have your recorder ready. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of the live stream and sticking around for the entire stream itself. But who's that? Whose birthday? Oh, okay. Susan Graziano, happy birthday. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I've got another channel called the High Priestess Studio. Every Wednesday, I'm actually going to be offering the readings. So you can grab a reading, you can tell me your dreams, and I'll do a dream analysis. I'll also do an angel three-month forecast. I'll also include other things, you name it. It's a no holds barred, a great way of communicating. Also, if there is any spirits around who want to communicate with those, I will be passing messages on, of course. That is, of course, if they want me to. So it is actually $9.99 per month, just to let you know. But when you work it out, it's less than a cup of coffee per week, and you can probably get a lot of information out of it as well. So pop over to the sister channel, the High Priestess Studio, subscribe. You get your first 2 weeks absolutely, pro rata, so you don't have to pay a thing, and then after that it's only $9.99 per month, and you probably spend more elsewhere. And what I'm actually doing now, just to give you a bit of a heads up, the last reading I did, I actually went and did a live voice chat, so that way instead of having to wait for this time delay with the typing, I said, okay, live, but unfortunately she wasn't able to connect on live. But anyone who can connect on live and would like to be a part of having a live reading or being a part of the conversations and topics, then you're most welcome to. So just pop over to the other channel and see if you want to subscribe or not. It's completely up to you. I never force a person to do anything they don't want. But anyway, you take care. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday with Riley. Bye for now.